Welcome to It's Good to Eat, the show about amazing food and incredible people behind it. I'm currently in Stockholm. It's a beautiful and sunny day, and I have a very lovely Swedish spread here, which I will talk about in a minute, as well as the bakery behind me and why I'm here. But first, roll that intro. Hi, my name is Polly, and I used to run restaurants in London for over 10 years. And now I'm on a mission to travel to 100 destinations where I get to explore the food culture and meet the incredible people behind it. For this season, I'm kicking things off in a city that is known for its fika culture and its cinnamon buns. A city that is very close to my heart, Stockholm. For the next 5 days, I'll be visiting 20 food spots and taking you behind the scenes of many restaurants, whilst asking local chefs the ultimate question: what's good to eat?
That looks so beautiful.
In this video, I'll be trying the most Swedish dishes I could possibly find. That means authentic classics, lots of Swedish seafood. I cannot wait to have the sharing platter. Traditional meatballs paired with a very boozy drink. Just a little bit of buzz. And at the very end of the video, I'll be taking a boat to the nearby island to film inside a Michelin guide restaurant, which many people ignore during the visit to Stockholm. If you're thinking of spending one dinner somewhere in the city, please come here. And my first spot is Skeppsbro Bakery. And I picked it because it basically checks all my travel boxes. It has incredible views, amazing pastries, and genuinely lovely people running this place. Since my mission for this video is to try Swedish staple dishes, I came to this bakery to try two things: their infamous cardamom bun and the prawn sandwich. But upon arriving, there was no prawn sandwich to be found. Turns out that prawn sandwiches are a lunch thing, so I came in a little bit early. They start serving them at 10:30, so I'm waiting for the prawn sandwich to be out so I can order and sample some of this amazing goodness. Also, it's literally just this transition period before the lunch crowd comes in and the breakfast crowd is about to finish, so it's nice and quiet before the storm. Prawns are extremely popular in Sweden, like national identity level popular, and the prawn sandwich is a cornerstone of Swedish food culture. These little fellas are caught in the cold, salty waters of the Skagerrak, which honestly sounds like a location from the Thor movie. Anyways, Swedish prawns are kind of iconic, and they're known for being extra meaty and sweet. Before I show you the delicious pastries that I have tried here, let me tell you a little bit more about the bakery itself. Skeppsbro Bakery is a pretty iconic bakery for two reasons. Firstly, it is located right by the docks of the Gamla Stan, right next to the water. So on one side you get to see these gorgeous buildings of the old town, and on the opposite side you are greeted with the views of the harbour and the boats, which are absolutely fantastic, and honestly one of the main reasons why I love this bakery so much. The second reason is the high quality of baking goods here. Skeppsbro Bakery prides itself on creating everything from scratch using the best organic ingredients. They even mill their own flour on site, like talk about going that extra mile. What I also enjoyed is that right behind the counter there is this huge open kitchen where you can watch an entire army of bakers mixing, rolling and shaping buns, meaning there is always a fresh batch of something dangerously good emerging from the oven. Thank you, and yeah, perfect, thank you, and flat white as well, yeah. Flat white? Yeah. Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah, of course. So welcome.
I have to say, when I was planning this food show and I knew that I'm going to Stockholm, this is the spot, like right here on this terrace outside. I'm overlooking beautiful water with all the boats are passing by, and it's beautiful, sunny, crisp autumn day. It's just fantastic, fantastic first spot for this season. So I've got here two things. Obviously, cardamom bun. It's probably as synonymous as ABBA and Vikings when it comes to Swedish culture and Swedish food. And a prawn sandwich on a beautiful rye bread. Let's start with sweet first though. But first, let's get a close-up of this. Quick side note here, I'm running a one-woman film crew here, and since my main camera is currently on a tripod filming this angle, I'll be grabbing all the close-up shots of my food on my phone. I love how it smells of cardamom so nicely. Yeah, It's generous when it comes to cardamom. It's nicely kind of crackled on top and inside. It's not dry at all. It's very moist. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful bun. I'm happy right now. This is the reason why I flew to Stockholm, honestly. Really like how they package the sandwich. Very kind of old school, retro. Prawns are huge in Stockholm and in Sweden in general. And anywhere you're gonna go on the menu, I guarantee you're gonna see at least something with a prawn inside. Prawns are nice and sweet and juicy. And I really like the bread. Obviously, being a bakery, it's really nice bread. Like I really can feel all the seeds there. They're not too overpowering. They work really well with prawns. It's just a very wholesome sandwich. I have to say, like this morning when I was in the airport boarding the plane, I was honestly quite worried. It's my first show where I do everything by myself. I do research, I do planning, I do filming, I do editing, everything by myself. It's the first time that I'm traveling by myself. Usually I do that with my husband. It's the first time that I'm a mum, but sitting here right now, enjoying all this beautiful food, enjoying this fantastic view, honestly, it makes it worth it. And I just have a feeling that it's gonna be a lovely, lovely first season and it's gonna be all right. Yeah. Before I'm going to dive into our second spot, I have to mention this newly built fish tunnel in the center of Stockholm, which has caught my attention.
As I'm leaving Gamla Stan, I'm going to our next destination, which is in Södermalm. There's this area in between. It's almost like a platform that is on top of the water that connects to islands. And underneath it, there is a tunnel where fishes can go from one side of this platform to another.
This 100-meter sluice and tunnel basically acts like a VIP express line for over 50 species of fish, letting them migrate between the Baltic Sea and Lake Mälaren. But the real star of the show is that the tunnel has underwater cameras and the platform has this informational screen called Fish TV, I kid you not, where you can literally watch fish cruising through in real time. It is weirdly mesmerizing, but also so freakishly amazing. Honestly guys, Stockholm is just on another level.
You should have seen a massive group of people stopping and literally just spending probably a good 5 minutes looking at the camera, which was so endearing to see.
Alright, the next spot is all about the small things and a reminder for myself to not ignore them, especially when traveling.
Now I'm going to do a very quick but very sweet pit stop. This is Parlans confectionery store, and they're known for making those very soft, chewy caramels, and we're going to go inside and figure out why they are so loved by Swedish people.
One of the reasons why I have chosen Parlans confectionery is because in the shop they have an open kitchen where you can see how these caramels are being made by hand, which I was really hoping I'll be able to witness. However, upon arrival, I quickly learned that the production of the sweets has been moved to a bigger place, which is unfortunate, but you can still see the OG setup of the kitchen through the window. This only means that I have more time to explore this very charming store and try some of that chewy goodness.
I really love how cute and small is the store, and everything here does feel and look so retro, and it's no wonder why. One of the CEOs of the company who started this confectionery store 15 years ago is absolutely obsessed with A, caramels, and B, the retro vibes, the swing from 1940s, and therefore you won't hear anything else but just jazz here, and everything just feels so handmade and so neatly and nicely packaged. But let's find out what sort of caramels can we get here.
After a quick chat with the lovely shop assistant Astrid and her help, I have picked 3 different flavors to try.
So I can see your best seller here is...
It's the vanilla sea salt.
Right, okay, but definitely gonna get that one. What else shall I get?
My favorite is the mint.
Really? It works?
It works really nice.
Let's try that one as well.
Yeah, I don't like licorice.
Me neither.
No.
I mean, I'm okay, but
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I tend to
Stay here.
Stay
Let's
on
try
this
chocolate.
side.
Yeah, let's try chocolate. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. So I have the first one is their bestseller. It's sea salt and caramel. Oh my God, look at this. It's so nice and soft. You can even like... No! I dropped it. Do we play the 5-second rule? No? Oh, with the salsa. 5-second rule, guys. Nothing happened, right? A little bit of salt, kind of like punches that caramel flavor. Chocolate caramel. Again, super soft, very soft. Look at the dark color. It's very nice. That's not bad at all. I thought it was gonna have a very strong chocolate flavor, but it's actually really nice and pleasant. I know it's stuck to my gums. And that's the final one, which is basically mint caramel. And they also have a little bit of that candy inside, so hopefully that's gonna add a bit of texture as well. I really like how they're wrapped. Everything is like handmade. Nothing is done by machinery. Oh, such a strong mint smell. Wow. This is really good. I just really like how chewy and salty it is. This caramel is amazing. I like this top. It's a very nice and lovely sweet top.
There was absolutely no universe in which I could come to Stockholm, film an episode about Swedish food, and not include Swedish meatballs. That would be absolutely illegal. And I have chosen a pretty historic place in Södermalm to try them.
I'm here at the Pelikan restaurant. Here you go. Yeah, it's the place that it's known for its home-style cooking, and I'm here to try 3 of their Swedish classics. I'm sure we're gonna have a ball. One might even say a meatball. Oh wow, it's so beautiful. Hello.
The Pelikan restaurant has been dishing out traditional Swedish cuisine, aka husmankost, since 1733, and is also used to be the workers' and sailors' go-to beer hall.
The brown wood is adding so much character, and those large paintings are just chef's kiss. So beautiful. I thought that I'm gonna be a little bit petrified because it's gonna be too fancy, but it's not. Everyone's just so welcoming and smiling. I'm just so happy that I'm finally here.
Nowadays, Pelikan is on every top Swedish restaurants you must visit in Stockholm list. So, needless to say, it is popular, it is hyped. And honestly, my biggest fear before flying to Stockholm was that I consumed so much Pelikan content online that by the time I arrived in person, it just wouldn't hit the same. So let's see how I feel about the spot after my dining experience.
I really like sitting here. It honestly feels like I'm in a museum.
It was time to order the 2 traditional dishes and a drink that I really struggled to pronounce.
I'll start with your, oh gosh, gebröra?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you pronounce it? Gebröra, okay. And then obviously I'm gonna have your meatballs for the mains. Yeah. And with aperitif, can I ask you, what's this thing here? Grosshandel grog here. So the first thing that I've got here is Grosshandler. It's cognac and sugar soda. And apparently it's very, very Swedish. So that smells really sweet actually. Let's taste it. Oh, it's actually really lovely. Yeah, very nice and refreshing. It's like lemonade actually. Just a little bit of buzz.
For my starter, I got gebröra, which is one of the classics when it comes to Swedish food. Essentially, it's a piece of black rye bread, topped with spiced cured anchovies that are mixed with dill, mayo and hard-boiled eggs.
And it looks really, really lovely. I also learned that it's called sometimes the old man mix or gentleman's delight. So yeah, we'll see about that. Look at this. Ooh, it's pretty salty. Definitely quite fishy, but egg yolk and hard-boiled egg definitely helps to kind of balance it out a little bit. It's not a thing that I would usually start my dinner with because it's quite fishy, quite strong flavor, but I'm learning to realize that sweets, when it comes to flavors, they're quite unapologetic. If there is herring, they will put lots of it. If there's like pickled anchovies or pickled fish, they will put lots of it here. It's kind of cool. Okay, I have to say, this thing is strong. I literally had a couple of sips and I'm like, woo, party time.
Oh gosh, they're huge.
Yeah. On some potato puree.
Yeah.
Thanks a million. Oh, that looks lovely. Cheers, thank you. Yeah, I'll be rolling out of here.
They look massive, absolutely massive. Nice and glistening with lots of gravy on top. I really like lingonberry jam. It's not actually quite jammy, it's more like just sorted lingonberries, which I think is going to be quite nice and lovely. And then obviously some pickles, and we have a mash as well. They look so beautiful.
These meatballs do look beautiful. One thing I want to mention, all of these videos are pre-produced and produced and researched and filmed by me. On average, it takes about 100 hours to make one of these videos work, so yes, it's a lot of work. If you are enjoying watching this show and would love to see more, please consider supporting me. I do these fantastic travel guides from the places that I have visited. They are my PayHip shop. The link will be in the description box below. Please go and check them out. Thank you very much, and we're back to the scheduled programming.
All right, let's dig in. I really like the presentation. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna make the perfect bite, a bit of mash. Show me more of a Swedish bite than this one here. Ooh, lingonberries here are absolutely fantastic. I really like the taste of meatballs. They're nice and juicy, not dry at all. The gravy is just full of umami flavor, like buttery, rich, creamy. Oh, so yummy. But lingonberries for me are like the star of the show. Honestly, they work so well with meaty meatballs. They're a little bit tart. It's so delicious. These are good meatballs.
So how do I feel about Pelikan after finally sitting down to eat here, and was it actually worth it? In a nutshell, yes it was. Sure, the bill of 685 SEK, which is about 60 euros a head, hit harder than expected. You surely can get cheaper meatballs in Stockholm. But Pelikan isn't about bargain hunting. It's about stepping into a place that's been feeding the city for decades. And I'm happy I finally got to check it out IRL. 3 years ago, I missed an opportunity to experience a fresh seafood counter restaurant in Amsterdam that I was so super hyped to try, and I've honestly been carrying that feeling of disappointment ever since. So this time in Stockholm, I'm not missing the moment again.
This industrial-looking building called restaurant.B.A.R, and it solely focuses on seafood. So if you're the type of person who likes to choose your own fish from the counter, this is the type of place you should be coming to. Let's go.
Obviously, the place is all about seafood, and the best part is that you can walk right up to the fish tank and basically build your own fish platter from a lineup of super fresh options.
I mean, honestly, it's so awesome to see such a big counter of like fresh fish. I'm already salivating. I really want to like dig in and try.
I picked B.A.R for one specific reason. They source a lot of their fish directly from the fishermen.
This board behind me is basically all the fishes that they have today. They've all been bought yesterday from the west coast of Sweden. The ones that are marked with A have been bought directly from the fisherman, which is absolutely fantastic. And this board, I've been told, is being changed daily.
I came here to try their infamous mixed grill platter, but upon arriving, the head chef said that I can't leave this place without trying their OG gratinated scallops starter, so I went with them first.
I've been told that the scallops have been here since day one, since they opened it back in 2009. It's been one of the best sellers and nobody dares to take them off the menu. So I was like, okay, definitely let's try them. I thought they're gonna be really, really hot, but they actually are fine, I can hold them. So they're cooked in wine sauce, and then there is like a really good helping of grana padano on top, and it smells so awesome. I mean, scallops, white wine, grana padano, can't really go wrong with that. Oh, there's a big scallop here. I'm just gonna go for it, guys. It smells really cheesy. Guys. You know, scallops are really nice and fresh when they're not rubbery, and they're just so nice and soft with a little hint of seawater taste. And I really like the white wine sauce. It's not too overpowering, and I thought that maybe cheese is gonna like mask all the scallop flavor, but no, they just work really well together. I'm so glad there's two of them. I mean, I was excited to have my seafood platter, but now I'm like doubly excited because this was so utterly delicious. I cannot wait to have the sharing platter. Oh.
My seafood feast is here. Gosh, when the chef was grilling all my seafood, I was just already salivating and just like anticipating how I'm gonna like eat all of this amazing goodness. So basically, let me run you through what I have here. I have the seafood platter where I'm gonna explain what chef has chosen. Then I have a beautiful grapefruit and tomato and avocado salad. It resulted with a very healthy helping of grana padano on top. I think cheese is the theme here, and also a jalapeno butter, which is, I'm quite curious. It's like ranch dressing. Let's get to the food, yeah? Let me just run you through what we have on the platter here. So we have langoustines with some herb butter on top. Then we have a scallop and a shrimp. Then chef has chosen 3 different fishes for me: salmon, trout, and pike perch. And pike perch has been caught in Stockholm.
Pike perch because it's super local. Same water as outside.
Really?
Yeah.
And where do you guys get it from? From like Stockholm? No, pike perch.
Yeah, we buy it from Stockholm's Fiskakon. So we buy it directly from the auction. So no middle hands.
So I think I'm gonna start with that one. The char on the fish is beautiful. Oh, it's so nice and flaky. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, simple grilled fish with just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. This is so yummy. I honestly like my fish as pure as it gets. Like just add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and I'm really, really happy. But for the sake of trying something new today, I'm gonna get a little bit of that jalapeno butter on top. I think this is something I'm gonna take with me back home and start to implementing it with my seafood dishes. Risotto is beautiful, creamy and cheesy. So yummy. Let's try the langoustine. I just like that they literally cook everything, like they cook it in a shell. That's so cool. Guys, you have to excuse my iPhone footage. It's pretty dark here, but please rest assured that it's very delicious. This is very yummy. And what I like about the grilled platter is that you literally get to try a little bit of everything. And chef said as well that it's their bestseller for the same reason. People like to try different things, and I think this platter just a really good provider of that. As you can see, all my plates are nice and clean, and I am absolutely stuffed. This was great. This is really good. Off to the next one. It was finally time for this episode's mini adventure. Because according to my travel mantra, I love trying at least one unique thing when traveling. Our next spot is actually located not in the city centre of Stockholm. It's on one of the islands, and in order to reach it, I need to take a boat. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry, it's the boat 89, isn't it? Yeah, thank you. I hopped on the boat from the Malmö stop, which is basically right next to Stockholm City Hall. I took boat number 89 straight to Lilla Essingen, where my next restaurant adventure awaited. The whole ride took only 15 minutes, which honestly felt suspiciously quick for something this scenic. As we cruised along, I got this up-close, postcard-level views of Gamla Stan and City Hall, which were awesome, and I kept getting surprised by how wildly different the waterfront looked every few minutes. First, it's these dramatic, royal-looking 9-story buildings, and then suddenly it's these tiny residential houses with boats casually hanging out in front of them like it's not a big deal. The only catch though is that the boat runs once an hour, so unless you enjoy sprinting for departing vessels, which I do not recommend, definitely check the schedule before you plan your journey. Thanks so much. As soon as I got off the boat, it definitely feels more residential, more kids with parents playing around, and also people taking their dogs out for a walk. And the waterfront is just gorgeous. The restaurant I'm visiting today is called Lux Dag for Dag, and honestly, the gorgeous boat ride to get there was already enough to convince me. But the real reason I chose this spot is way more dramatic. Back in 2003, when Sweden's entire food scene was basically cosplaying as France and Spain, Lux showed up and said, actually, what if we talked to local hunters, fishermen and farmers and, cooked actual Swedish food. So they became one of the first places to really champion Swedish flavors. And since this episode is all about Swedish cuisine, coming here felt less like a choice and more like destiny.
As soon as you walk into the restaurant, you will see this map here where you can actually see where each ingredient on the menu comes from and which part of Sweden they're coming from, which I think is pretty awesome.
I was beyond thrilled when head chef Henrik actually let me into his kitchen to film the whole cooking process, which felt honestly very VIP. So what we've got here is a Japanese milk bread toast, and it is topped with this insanely good brown butter. Then comes the venison steak, which gets absolutely showered with salt and pepper before hitting the grill. It gets a quick sear from all the sides, and then it's chopped into these little symmetrical cubes before placed nicely on the toast. It is finished with a very generous dollop of Swedish bleak from Pelikan. Bleak is a Swedish delicacy, and it is at its absolute freshest in late September and October, which just happened to be exactly when I visited Stockholm, so honestly, yay me!
Seeing Chef Henrik putting these dishes together and just kind of talking so passionately about the farmers and the hunters and the fishermen that they work with and how important is this relationship, it just makes you really appreciate the type of food that they're putting out here. It's so miniature and so beautiful. Look how nicely it's put together. Cheers guys for the very first dish at the Lux restaurant. Oh my god. This is so good. The toast is nice and crunchy, which works really well with beautifully juicy steak that has those lovely char bits, which are just chef's kiss. And then sweet pickles with black roe, they just create this like sweet and salty contrast. Thank you. This was absolutely fantastic.
For my second dish, I'm diving into pike perch from Angso. The pike perch hangs out in the fridge for 7 days, letting the meat mature, build flavor, and get that melt-in-your-mouth tenderness before it hits the grill. The dish is built with fermented cherry tomatoes, crunchy coriander berries, and beurre blanc sauce before the fermented pike perch is placed on top. It's simple yet elegant.
So this is pike perch. Pike perch is called 100 kilometers away from Stockholm, but the same fisherman that they started working with 22 years ago when they opened this restaurant first. My goodness me. The fish is quite meaty and very nicely flakes as soon as you cut into it. Once it's taken out of the Japanese charcoal grill, they finish it in the oven, and before that they actually glaze it with some citrus glaze on top, and you can feel that very intense citrus flavor. And then the sauce itself is just nice and creamy and buttery. Honestly, I think the running joke here right now is Henrik very humbly says, yeah, it's a very simple dish, a couple of ingredients only, and then he starts listing the things that he puts into the sauce, and it's just all sorts of different things that you would never even think of putting together. For example, they have tomatoes here that they're coming from a farm not too far from Stockholm, and then those white dots, those are actually coriander berries. I didn't even know that coriander has berries. Happiness. Oh wow. They could not let me go without trying this one final dish, which is basically lamb.
This is Henrik's absolute favorite dish on the current menu, and honestly, I get it. The lamb comes from the Östergötland region, which is not that far from Stockholm, and it hangs for 10 days to concentrate all that deep, rich flavor. Then it gets pan-seared and served perfectly pink. The whole thing sits on this incredibly flavorful layer underneath: a condensed lamb ragu, artichoke puree with miso, fermented fennel, a glossy lamb gravy, and this cloud-soft milk foam on top.
Absolutely beautiful. This lamb is so nice and pink, and there is this fatty side that they sear it the longest, so it kind of caramelizes and crisps up a little bit. Wow. Okay, let's get a bit of that artichoke puree and some of that fermented fennel. I mean, I'm not against fennel, but I think it has quite strong flavors. But something tells me it's going to work perfectly well with this lamb. Artichoke puree is slightly on the sweeter side, works really well with the tender, beautiful, soft lamb. And then fermented fennel actually doesn't have that much fennel taste to it. It actually is there more for crunch and a little bit of sweetness as well. So it's actually really delicious. My final thoughts right now are basically, come in here. Please come in here. It's so worth it. It's so totally worth it. If you're thinking of spending one dinner somewhere in the city.
Early this morning at Skeppsbro, I had this moment where I genuinely wondered if I was capable of pulling off this whole show completely on my own. But after filming today's episode, meeting incredible people here in Stockholm and eating some truly spectacular dishes, I feel like I've got this. And honestly, the stunning views of the city definitely help. In the next episode, I will be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to visit one of the busiest bakeries in Stockholm. And I'm beyond excited to share it with you. This Swedish food episode is just one of 3 videos I dropped today to officially launch the What's Good to Eat show. So if you want more delicious gifts, please keep watching. Having you tag along with me on this whole adventure truly means the world to me. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!